Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, collectors of all ages, welcome again to another video straight from the depths that is Aussieverse. I nearly said collectors of all Asians, which would have been weird, but I didn't, thankfully, and that bit, we'll just cut that out in the edit. That's cool. Welcome to a brand new little segment here on the channel called The Devil's Advocate. Now, before we get cracking, though, what we need you to do is like, subscribe, and if you could, comment. You can comment who had the best ... You'll find out in a second. And if you have the shekels to spare, why not join our exclusive membership-y type deal for just $2.99? Remember when DC said draw the line at $2.99? Well, we haven't drawn the line at $2.99, but we've drawn a line like a scoop. Anyway, just have a look, see what you think. But in the meantime, till then, the devil's advocate, what the hell are they talking about? So what we're going to do is we put 1 minute on the clock and we pose something to the other gentleman in the room. And that gentleman has to argue for that thing. For instance, if I was to say Darth Vader was actually Obi-Wan's dad, that doesn't make sense, but Beau would have to argue that that is a thing for a minute, and he has to try and convince me. So what we're going to do, I'm going to start. I'm going to throw something at Beau. I'm going to see how he goes. But first, Beau, can we put a little stopwatch up there, mate?
That didn't work. There we go.
All right. Now, we don't have any fancy doodads. We're going to make our own noises. So brace for that. So when it hits 15, maybe when it hits the 50-second mark, I'll say 10 seconds remaining.
Maybe.
So for extra points, you can wrap up and land on a resounding point. But all right, Beau, are you ready for our first ever?
Are you asking the question first?
I'm not asking a question, mate. I'm posing something to you, and you're going to make out like it is the damn diggity truth. The true blue truth, mate.
Lay it on me. Lay it on me, Spence.
All right. So start the clock when I finish talking. The thing that you have to argue for 1 minute is that comics are for and only for children. Go.
It's obvious, really. Comics are only for children because children are our future, as somebody just said in a video that we did recently. And without children, we wouldn't have a future to rely on or to go any further in procreation. Does that make sense? I don't know. I've only got a minute. But without children to be able to read the comic books, then the adults wouldn't exist. So therefore, the adults actually don't matter who reads the comics. It's only the children that matter, because the children are the ones that tell their parents, buy me more of this comic. The children are the ones that grow up and become adults, and they're the ones that don't matter later. But the children are the ones with the imagination. The children are the ones that grow up with the need to be able to create comics later on. And without the children, what would the world be, especially in the comic book world? Because adults just don't matter whatsoever. It's the children.
All right, well, points for ending perfectly on time. You had finished speaking before we hit a minute. However, now I feel like there's no winners and losers. Well, there's definitely losers, like you, for instance, in this case, because that was horrible. Almost none of it made sense. You didn't really touch on what makes comics specifically for children. Nothing about the content. It was all this hyperbole about the children being the future.
Okay, you want to show me how it's done then?
Please do. Hit me with. Oh, we should stress that neither of us have heard the opposite topic. So hence why this is a cluster F of a whatnot. All right, let's go.
All right, Spedsy, I want you to tell me in only 1 minute why Firestorm is the greatest superhero of all time.
Well, look, mate, it's a saying as old as time. 2 heads are better than 1. Now, the thing about Firestorm is he has 2 heads within the 1 head. So not only does he have quite the dynamic looking costume, but he has both a character strength and a character flaw, both hidden in that same premise, that he has two people vying for captainship of said person ship. So really, when you think about it, Firestorm, look, fire in comics is hard to draw, but when done well, boy, that makes for a mighty splash page. So Captain Cold, look out, because there's a new sheriff in town. His name is Firestorm, and really, the kids have said it. I've also said it. He's the best superhero there is. And thank you.
So you want to talk about loser, and you want to talk about hyperbole. Your argument was basically based on the fact that there are two characters in the one. You didn't touch on what his powers are, where he stands in the DCU or comics in general. Therefore, I stamp you loser.
Yeah, well, fair enough, because I wasn't totally sure who Firestorm was.
Do you want to know a secret? I was actually thinking of the Asian X-Men character with the big staff.
North Star?
No, not North Star.
Sunfire.
Sunfire, and I couldn't remember his name, so I quickly just went Firestorm.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's how you play Devil's Advocate. You at home can play along with your friends for only $49.95. We can send you out our little starter pack on how to play it. But no, that's been our show. These are fast little punches to the chest cavity there, friend. So thank you for watching. Do us a favor, click all the things, subscribe to the whatnots. Check out vamoose.spedsy.com if you will. Beautiful Kickstarter hitting any moment. And we'll be back at some point with another round of the Devil's Advocate. Yeah, get it.